All-in-one tools are guaranteed at some point to create friction in your business, and there will always be an underlying sacrifice. However, I do still believe that this is a twofold problem. First, because these companies will always be spread too thin trying to manage the multitude of features released, instead of being the absolute best at one product, you, as the user, sacrifice scalability because of the half-baked features. At the same time, though, it is your responsibility to build processes outside of these tools instead of building around the features in front of you. This is why, honestly, the hundreds of teams that I've worked with in the midst of scaling have had to build entirely new tech stacks and are overwhelmed because their processes and systems have been manipulated and molded by the tool they're subscribed to, not the other way around. And sure, we can argue that everyone eventually outgrows the resources they began with, but growth shouldn't be penalized by a SaaS tool whose sole mission is to hit number one on Product Hunt. It should, however, be encouraged and collaborated on, except these tools cannot do that because they've choicefully reduced their interaction with customers who actually use their product to make it better. If we revisit ClickUp, HoneyBook, and Dubsado, I cannot actually tell you what any of their best features are, and no tool does, in my opinion, one thing so much better than the other to be an absolute outlier. Because this epidemic is quickly killing innovation and creating an industry of sames, at its core, this is why we have the epidemic. A replacement of customer service with the unnerving desire to play the game.